Hello and welcome to Fin24. To what extent has South Africa's international brand been damaged by recent developments on the financial fronts? With us in studio today, we have brand reputation specialist Sally Moeng. Welcome, Sally.
Hello, Mushfika. Thank you.
Sally, let's get straight to it. How appealing is South Africa still to the global financial market after everything that's happened in the last couple of years?
I think we're less appealing today than we were 10, 15 years ago, and it's not going up at all. We're heading one way, downwards. If you look at the recent ratings outcomes, Moody's is coming up in February. It's not better than it was the previous time, so it's actually worse. And these ratings agencies are not acting for themselves. The entire world of investors relies on what they say to decide where to put their money. So as long as they get negative, we must know that the outlook for South Africa is not good at all. Something is happening in South Africa that didn't used to happen. People are asking questions of South Africa that they never used to ask 10, 15 years ago.
Also, it seems to not only be the negative downgrade, it seems to be the whole tone, it seems to be the whole uncertainty within the financial sector, from the fees must fall to then getting fees, wanting to have fees for everybody paid across the board, then to the Eskom saga, then to the downgrades. There seems to just be a spectrum of financial developments which are adding to the negative brand.
Yeah, look, everything comes down to reputation at some level. If you look at SARS, for instance, there was a time when SARS used to reach its targets and overpass its targets. It's not collecting that money anymore. People are less willing to put money into SARS. They know that they have legally the obligation to do so, but I think that more and more people are actively looking at ways to pay as little as possible to SARS while staying within the ambit of the law. Those who can move their businesses out of the country, they're doing so. And with SARS being impacted like that, it all comes to we don't trust them anymore. We cannot trust this government to take our money and use it for what it promised to use it for. We've seen revelations in books and articles and all sorts of whistleblower documents that have come out that there is there's an entrenched program to steal money from the public sector, money that is supposed to be used to lighten the yoke on the shoulders of many poor South Africans, of making this country a better country. So it makes sense that people are saying to themselves, why should we give more money to a government that is stealing it? Foreigners are beginning to say, the investor market, they begin to say, can we trust that things will happen in that country that we never thought would happen before? Big business in South Africa, we've heard about how many of them are holding on to billions of money. And I know that people are holding on to money, not because they don't want to invest in this market in order to stimulate economic activity. They're holding on to their money because there is political and economic uncertainty in terms of policy. And those things, as long as there's no stability at all, I do not see things getting better. And things will not get better while we still have the same people who put us in this mess running the show.
How do you see the outcome of the ANC elective conference affecting the South African brand, particularly on the financial front?
You know, they've always said that in politics, it's always a choice between the least of the least of the devils. You have a whole list of devils out there vying for the leadership positions, and we have to look at which one of them we'd rather live with. And going from what a lot of people are saying, I think Cyril Ramaphosa might be a better leader if he wins. There is a chance that, for instance, he will drop the nuclear program. I don't see him putting that at the top of his priority list, and a lot of people are pushing for it to be dropped. And I think that a lot of the markets, both at home and abroad, will begin to look at South Africa as possibly going to make a turnaround to the positive. If NDZ and Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma wins, on the other hand, she's been very clear about her push for radical economic development. She's clearly in the Zuma camp, and the Zuma camp is definitely not what we want for South Africa. If she wins, it means that there's going to be, in some way, a continuation of Zuma. It means that all the noises that we've been making, all the cries we've been hearing in South Africa will continue to be ignored by her and whoever is going to be working with her, because Zuma will continue to be in power by remote control if she takes over. So we should hope that somebody who might have a different take on things, wins in 3 weeks' time. And that somebody is not NDZ.
You think Zuma will still be in power by remote control if NDZ wins?
Definitely. Look, Zuma is not a fool. You see, this man thrives on two things. He thrives on being underestimated, and he thrives also on playing victim. All right? We know what's at stake for him. What's at stake for him is having to account for state capture. And every single piece of information that's come out up to now links back to Zuma. If you read the recent books that come, especially Zuma's Keepers, none of that information has been denied to be true by them. It's shocking. It's fearsome information. So he doesn't want to see the inside of a jail again. This time for criminal reasons. So he knows that the only person who can defend him is his ex-wife. There's no way that he would have trusted her to succeed him if he wasn't sure that his own security would be, secured. So there's no way that he will support somebody who's not sure to support him, to make sure that he doesn't go to jail.
That's all very interesting, and we'll keep in touch with you and follow the story closely. Thanks, Solly.
Okay.